want to bring in Dr. Aditi Nerurkar to clear up what women can really expect when expecting. Doctor, thanks so much for joining us. I'm going to read some things off that list, and then you can tell us whether it's myth or fact, and if you can, explain why women experience that symptom, okay?
That sounds great.
All right, the first one here. Random tiny blisters or tumors outside the body, especially on the face and lips. Yikes. Okay, myth or fact here, doctor?
This is a myth, but there are skin changes that happen during pregnancy, like melasma, darkening of the skin, of course, stretch marks, and skin tags, which are all due to hormonal fluctuations. Blisters in pregnancy is a sign of a rare condition called pemphigoid gestationis, exceedingly rare and sensationalized with this list, as many others have been.
Ah, good to know. Okay, I'm going to speak from experience. I did get my fingernails became dark when I was pregnant, so that's all part of it, right?
Yes, also a very normal and common thing that can happen because of fluctuating hormones.
Well, thank you for that. Okay, the next one, myth or fact here. I can attest to it. Brain fog, doctor. Tell us how real this is.
JoBeth, you and me both. I also had brain fog when I was pregnant. It is a fact. It can happen, and it's exceedingly common because of fluctuating hormones, stress, and sleep deprivation. That is something that is common, and brain changes are seen in pregnancy based on lots of research. In long-term studies, it seems that these brain changes down the road can be beneficial. These are not worrisome findings. What is worrisome is that if you are pregnant and experiencing mood changes, that is something to seek medical attention for, because it could point to something much more serious like peripartum anxiety, depression, or psychosis.
Yeah, and I want to add that the brain fog does continue even after you give birth, right? In what they call the fourth trimester, because I feel like I still go through it. Or what do they call it? Mommy brain, right?
Mommy brain.
Mommy
That's right.
Brain. Okay, next one here, doctor. The baby can reject all the food while pregnant, might need an IV for the entire pregnancy. Myth or fact?
So this is an interesting take. It made me laugh, at least the first part, and many of these on the list are humorous. They are meant to be a reflection of pop culture and not medically accurate, though they do perpetuate fear, misinformation, and disinformation.
Absolutely.
In this particular case, the baby is not rejecting food. What's happening is that the high hormones in the person who is pregnant is causing a condition called hyperemesis gravidarum. It's a serious condition with excessive vomiting, it seems like the baby is rejecting food, but that is not the mechanism of action. It requires prompt medical attention, IV hydration, and sometimes hospitalization.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Hearing about all these changes can be really scary. Seeing that list, like you said, some of it could be misguided, misinformation. What advice, doctor, would you give to those who want to become mothers one day about, the mental and physical aspect of how to prepare for motherhood?
So, JoBeth, you and I both know that as much as you can read and talk to people, there is no real preparation for motherhood except lived experience. I also believe that pregnancy is riddled with fears, some real, some imagined, and only your doctor can distinguish between the two. This list is meant to be humorous. It's somewhat of a satire, but it does perpetuate some real fears, and people who are pregnant need to allay the fears, not make them worse.